we are going to continue monitoring voting across the country. This, of course, as South Africans are still standing to cast their ballot in the hotly contested 2024 elections. Let's take you now to Limpopo province. Mahlatse Phaladi, in fact, is in Polokwane, bringing us the latest. Mahlatse, good evening. Walk us through really where you are. I believe you are at the results center in Limpopo, but if you could talk to us about the phenomenon occurring on your end, some of the hits, some of the misses at this point. What's come to the fore?
Yes, good evening, Lizelle. Yes, I can tell you that we are here at the IEC Results Center in Polokwane, and Lizelle, things are still far from over. I can tell you, we did get reports that the queues are still long. People are still queuing to try and cast their vote at this last hour. Voting stations were supposed to close at 9, according to the indication from the IEC. But here in Limpopo province, it seems we are way past that. And as you can see behind me, as I've earlier indicated, that there are no IEC official at all in this IE center. It's because all of them, Lizelle, have been sent to all the voting stations across Limpopo to try and assist some of the officials that might be burdened by these long queues that have been available in Limpopo since morning. And I can tell you, Lizelle, that this has caused a lot of frustration from some of the political parties here in the province. And as a matter of fact, Lizelle, I am joined by the COPE, one of the political party here in the province. Thank you very much for joining us here on SABC. There are still queues, and this has been going on since morning. There also have been technical glitches reported by the IEC in the morning. Surely this must be frustrating from you as opposition parties.
Of course, yes. We just want to thank you for having us. Early in the morning at around 7, there was no chaos, by the way, but at around 9, problems started. There was no work done. Unfortunately enough, we had to engage the IEC related to the manual way of doing things. Then they started doing manually, and then the queues were somehow shortened. But as of now, we asked people, there are still queues. Though they might have entered into the yards where voting is taking place, but it will take time because the youth are left to play and even lululate. They do campaigning as if it's the same day like campaigning days. So we usually tell the IEC, SP, PLC members that in actual fact, voting must end up at 5, so that whoever does not come in must be left out. Because they wait throughout the day. From 11 o'clock to 3, nobody comes. But unfortunately, this is what the situation is.
Let's talk about the fact that since now we are way past 9 o'clock, surely this will mean that ballot boxes might be delivered, early in the night. Let's talk about that aspect as well. Are you not, concerned that as they will be delivered early during the night, some of them might potentially be lost in these elections?
That is actually what we have fear of. But we told our party agents to be stiff and strong so that they don't sleep, because they may rig. Results may no longer be as fair as we were anticipating.
Let's talk about your party agents that are still stationed at this polling station. Let's talk about the security around that. Surely you have planned that by 9 o'clock they will have been done. Now it's almost midnight. Are you not worried about their security as political parties that have sent them there?
Traveling also is a very serious problem in rural areas. They can't travel. Taxis are no longer there. You can organize a kumbi to ferry people throughout the village. So it's very dangerous, and security is only at the center where they protect ballot papers and boxes. But what about the people at large? So people will be endangered. Whoever wants to do thagari, they will do that. It's very easy. We are very much concerned about that.
Thank you very much. Lizelle, one of the opposition party from COPE here in Limpopo, they're raising quite serious concerns regarding the long queues that are still prevalent here in Limpopo province. Lizelle, we also earlier on when we were covering the story, we got an indication that there were several delays of ballot boxes in the University of Limpopo. This is just one of the biggest voting station or area here in Limpopo, because about 9,000 students registered in that particular area. But what we got reports is that IEC officials actually arrived 2 hours later in that particular voting station, and one of the student representatives that we spoke to actually said that they will be calling for the IEC to actually extend their time, because they are saying that if they started 2 hours later, some of the students might not even have time to register. And even at this particular time, Lizelle, I can tell you, we spoke to them and they still indicated that the queues are still long. And this is something that is happening across the province. At the moment, we will be here, Lizelle, most part of the night, and we will be waiting for the IEC provincial manager here in Limpopo just to get an indication as to how they've managed to actually arrest the whole situation, so that we can at least see something, an indication. As you can see here, the numbers are not moving. Maybe it's a clear indication that the ballot boxes might have still not arrived at this moment. But for now, Lizelle, let me get back to you in studio.
Well, Mahlatse, thank you very much. Of course, it is a waiting game. The numbers are slowly going to be trickling in as some of the voting stations have closed. But thank you very much for that update, Mahlatse Phaladi in Polokwane at the Results Operations Center. They're bringing us the latest on that front, some of the hits and misses at this point.